Hey guys, how's it going? John here, just checking in. Something I didn't want to do here, a little tribute to a good friend of mine, my friend Keith Brigode, who passed away from a 30-plus year battle with Parkinson and insidious disease, just insidious. Keith was not only a good friend, but he was the person who was most responsible, actually all responsible for my railroad career. He was a local businessman, a very successful businessman, owned a company that specialized in process and systems, whose clients were varied from everywhere in the United States and in Europe, as far as going through Myers in Michigan, Cedar Point Amusement Park, various mills, various steel mills and paper mills, and also refineries such as Sun Oil in Toledo, which became Toledo Refining, and Shell in Europe. Matter of fact, we went over to Europe many years ago, my first time to Europe, very good trip, and we had a good time over there. He was doing stuff in Holland there, in Amsterdam and all that stuff area. Brigode for Shell. I drove around and had a good time. Either way, he was an incredible person, and we met through our mutual love of not just O-gauge, Lionel, etc., but also real trains, actual trains. And we were actually invited to the Swanton area Model Railroad Club to start their O-gauge division for modulars. And we ended up doing a very good job. We had a good time building it. We actually took it around to various places, including Monroeville a number of times. We actually went up to probably 48 by 36. It was a darn big module if we put them all together, but it was a good time. But then he invited me over to our local tourist short line, Toledo Lake here in Western. Actually a pretty cool place. And I learned a lot of stuff over there. He brought the railroad, our tourist line, into the modern world after Ricky Gates and all that stuff caused a lot of problems. And he actually started our new rules, actually kind of incorporated NORAC into the our railroad operating system, as much as we could use NORAC. You know, we're a small railroad, train order stuff, that's all we were. But he started that stuff, started the drug testing program, which is actually the end result of what happened with the Ricky Gates situation. He invested a lot of money in the railroad, his own money, to do a track program to bring us up to better standards. And it was amazing. Eventually he bought, and I was involved in this, a passenger car, Erie American Life, a 664, open section, 6 roomette, and then 4 double bedrooms. 1942, one of the last passenger cars built before wartime production. It was pretty cool, and we started working on that. We actually got it secured. It was pretty amazing in the inside. We kind of saved it. There was all sorts of stuff going on in there. And we were doing that, and got our welders together and our fabricators together. And they started cutting out the bad metal around the windows and fixing all that up. And we went to a rubber place, a special made, had the gaskets made. But when he was doing that, he also bought the Brooklyn Eastern District Terminal number 15, which he actually restored to proper working condition, 100%. We put together an amazing team of pipe fitters and plumbers and fabricators and welders and mechanics and electricians and all sorts of other people that did a lot of work. And I was among them. I was actually a gopher, we call this, or an assistant. I wasn't exactly good at that stuff. My major was accounting in college, but we were all assistants. If somebody needed something or needed to hold something or needed to put this there or whatever, that's what we did. and he got that running. And when the FRA came out and certified it, his notes and his everything was so precise and so well documented, right down to the tiniest little nut and bolt, that the FRA actually incorporated his notes and his process into the steam operations and the rebuilding operations of any of the tourist and short line areas. So it was amazing what he did. But either way, he passed away from that horrendous Parkinson's, just a terrible thing. But he's the one that helped me as far as becoming a real railroader. He actually implemented our railroad engineer training and stuff like that, which I became part of after a while. And even though it was a small railroad, we, the FRA ran us. We had to do what we had to do, and when Ricky Gates ran through all that stuff, it all became, no matter what. If you were short line, it didn't matter, short line or tourist line, if you were under FRA consideration. And so we were. It was a lot of fun, a lot of learning experience, and like I said, he helped me get on to the real railroad. He wrote a very nice letter when I applied for Conrail back in the day, a few years before the unfortunate takeover from Norfolk Satan. But he wrote he sent him there when they called him. He sent in a very nice recommendation for me, which I'm happy. So he's the one that actually got me into the big railroads, and I just owe him every little bit of my railroad career. So, and I kind of miss him. We had a good time doing the modular stuff. We actually went to various places around Toledo, and went to Monroeville at the Greenberg show. We went there 4 or 5 times. We couldn't take the big layout. Our layout was up to 48 by 36, but I believe we were about 24 or so by 12 roughly. A little wider than that maybe, just because there was not a lot of room there at the Greenberg show in Monroe. But we had a good time though. I miss it. It was a good time. Good God, it's tough. A guy that's 71 years old should have been living a long time, and it's just sad what happens. But unfortunately, life goes on, or fortunately, life goes on, depending how you look at it. And it's sad. But he loved Schaefer beer. We always had Schaefer. No matter what, we were working at the end of the day. He'd crack open. We'd go to buy a 12-pack or a case of Schaefer. And we'd go out, sit around and enjoy a couple beers, and go over the rest of the day after working on either American Life, the passenger car, or on the BEDT-15, which actually is the one that actually became Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm gonna have to fix that because Strasburg kind of dissed him on that. They said it was never repaired, never done in the 20, 30 years that TLEW owned it, which is wrong. He actually got that in really, really good shape. So I'm gonna have to, when I go over there, probably during the York show, I'm gonna stop by there and maybe just talk about him a little, talk to him about it. We'll see what happens, but. Yeah, they kind of dissed him, I thought, or maybe just an admission that never should have happened. But either way, he had, like I said, we just always had Schaefer beer. I don't get it. It was okay, but we had a good time, and maybe Schaefer in a few pieces. But either way, so to our friend Keith, this is a Michelob Ultra, but good enough. So RMP, my friend, RIP. Be safe. Now we'll go with a little bit of update. I'm finally going to get back to doing some stuff with the railroad, or I should say with the modular. I don't know. I got a thing set up right now for Rail Chief 74 as a Dramatic Life Challenge. I'm ready to film that, and then I'm going to do the Twisted MacGyvers and Show Us Your Caboose. I got some of that set up, but it's been a pretty busy time here for the last couple months, with the holidays. I had to help some friends of mine out in January. A little situation. It wasn't bad, but they needed a little assistance doing some things. So, oy vey, it is what it is. And I'm going to get over to the railroad back there to the layout and see what I can do and get some things set up. And like I said, it's ready to go for the rail chief, and then I got to do that tonight or tomorrow morning, and then do the Tristan MacGyver's Show Us Your Caboose challenge. So we'll see what happens, but it should be good. I'll be back in the game. Like I said, I haven't done anything since I think the first week of January when I did that stuff from Smithville Inn over there, Smithville Village in New Jersey, not too far from Atlantic City where his family's from. And it should be interesting. We'll get this going, then I'm going to hopefully get some scenery done. I've been talking about that for too damn long, but I will get it done, you know. And now that I got some time and all this other stuff is passed, I'll have time to do it. So it should be a fun time. So until next time, and next day or so, probably tomorrow, maybe we'll see the Rail Chief 74's Dramatic Light Challenge. I don't have too many lights. I got a few things hooked up, but we'll see what it is, or see how it goes. But either way, guys, that's been this little tribute to my friend Keith, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything goes good. I have the Celebration of Life coming up in the next few weeks. Go from there. So it's been sad, but if I would have done this video a few weeks ago, I probably would have been a little bit more emotional. So I would have been very emotional, but it takes me a while to get over that stuff. And either way, guys, I thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Au revoir.